Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Monday Night Jayromoda. Tonight we're in San Antonio, Texas, where we are celebrating our 50th week of matches. While it doesn't seem like a lot, it's more than you might expect, and we are truly thankful for all of your support. And to thank you, we are putting on yet another week of unusual but exciting matches, including some handicap and mixed gender tag matches. Get ready for a night of fun and excitement, because this is our 50th episode celebration of Jayromoda. And starting off our night with an MMA match. Introducing first, it is Akihiko Sanada.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 141 pounds, Akira Owada.
And the rules for an MMA match, assuming that this game isn't broken, which it is, but hopefully it's not broken for this match. It is winning either by submission or by knockout. And there's no exiting the ring. You must stay within the confines of the 12 ropes at all times. And his opponent, it is his best friend and your Mr. Money in the Bank. It is Shinjiro Aragaki. We go, both men staring each other down. Referee rings the bell as they meet in the middle. Shinjiro winning the opening grapple and tossing Akihiko over to the side. Akihiko back up to his feet. But a knee to the face and... excuse me, it's... Actually, I think I might have gotten the rules wrong. I think it's technically a last man standing match. I think it's technically first person to stay down for 10 seconds loses. I think that might be it. I might be getting my rules mixed up. We'll see shortly. Anyway, Akihiko forcing Shinjiro back up to his feet, but Shinjiro with a right hand. Akihiko returning in kind. Shinjiro again, and they're now just exchanging right crosses. Shinjiro with an open palm slap. Reversal after reversal. Shinjiro returning the slap. Akihiko returning the slap. Shinjiro doing the same thing. Akihiko catching that punch, and now Both men just exchanging right hands and breaking up. No clear winner in that match. Akihiko sending Shinjiro right into the referee, but Shinjiro with a reversal of the Irish whip. And a back elbow. And yes, this is technically a last man standing match. There's four. I mean, it makes sense. They both are boxers. Shinjiro forcing Akihiko up over the shoulders and tossing him down. Akihiko taking a couple of moments just to catch his breath, trying to recover, and again up at the count of 4. Unlike in boxing, though, there are no technical knockouts. You can technically be knocked down as many times as you want. Akihiko now only staying down for the count of 3 this time. Shinjiro again picking him up. And a planted backdrop. And the referee resuming his count. But Shinjiro interrupting it with a facebuster, and again the referee counting this time only to 2 as Akihiko back up to his feet. Shinjiro looking to take him for the last ride. Again, Akihiko down. Really unable to get any semblance of offense going this match. There's 5, 6, 7. Referee giving him a little bit more time. There's 9. Akihiko back up. Avoiding the kick. Looking for the springboard enziguri. And now Akihiko with a little bit of offense. Setting up the Superman punch, but whiffing. So sending Shinjiro for the Irish whip, and there we go, the step-up Superman. And now lining up the fastball punch, sending Shinjiro down. There's 7, there's 8, and 9, and Shinjiro Aragaki will not get up in time.
Here is your winner,
And a little bit contrived, but Akihiko with the comeback, hitting 2 finishers back to back. It's probably what did it. And now for a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match. Introducing first, representing Torna,
is a triple threat.
it is Lora.
Anywhere match. Making her way to the ring, representing the Acolytes from Pangea, Lori.
And for her opponents, Introducing first, it is the ultimate swimmer, JWE Asahina. And last but not least, representing the Mech Femmes, it is Tifa Lockhart. And here we go, all three competitors ready. And the referee rings his bell for this triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match. As Tifa immediately, with the half hitch knee raises against Hina, but Lora with an elbow to the back of Tifa. Hina trying to send Lora to the other corner, but Lora with the reversal, Hina with the reversal right back. Lora with a knife edge chop. And a Russian leg sweep sending them both down. Here comes Tifa though, with a pullback knee to the gut. Trying to pick up Lora, but Lora with the reversal. Hina with the reversal, or with the Irish whip, sending Lora onto the apron. Tifa sending Hina into the corner. Now a draping armbar as Lora just watches on. Hina with the reversal, sending Lora into the corner. Now her slugging right hand sending Tifa down. Tifa back up to her feet, immediately accosted by Hina though. Left hands, sending Lora back into the corner. Trapping her again. Hina with a kick, looking for the DDT, but Tifa fighting her way out. Hina sending Tifa tumbling to the outside. Lora sending Hina into the opposite corner. Now heading to the outside. Looking for a weapon. Picking up a baseball bat. Looking for the swing, but there's strike one with a miss. As Tifa back into the ring, but there we go. There's a connection. Or the reversal again. Picking up Hina, walking her over to the corner. And tossing her to the side after bouncing her off the turnbuckle. And now looking for the People's Moonsault. Connects. Hina the reversal right into the arms of Tifa. Now going for the pin, but Hina's gonna break that up. Springboard Bulldog. Tifa rolls to the outside to catch her breath, allowing Hina and Lora to fight along the inside amongst themselves. Springboard DDT. Hina sending Tifa again to the outside. Lora sending Hina for a run. Spinning back elbow connects. Standing senton also connects. Hina rolling out to the ropes. And Tifa walking Lora to the south. Looking for the Irish whip. A backflip into the double spinning heel kick. And Hina connecting with the frog splash. Now Hina the ground and pound, looking for the crossbody splash. Tifa getting out of the way. Lora asking Hina why does she get in the way of her own offense. Not quite an answer there. Lora with a double leg drop kick. Trying to pick Tifa back up to her feet, but Tifa with a reversal punch to the gut. And Hina with a DDT facebuster. And now Tifa locking in another high ankle hold. Lora looking for the Russian leg sweep and just tossing Tifa down. Hina trying to get back up to her feet. Eventually does, but Lora with a spinning neck breaker. Hina forcing Lora back up to her feet, turning her around, picking her up over the shoulders. Revolute knee strike to the face, going for the pin. Tifa's going to break that up. Tifa sending AoE to the outside. And now going for the pin. Hina's going to try to break this up. And does at the count of 1. Springboard DDT again connecting. Sending Tifa to the outside, trying to catch her breath. Trying to get her bearings back. As Lora sends Hina for an Irish whip. And the Irish trip. Lora with a knee strike to the face. Going again after Hina. And now the pin against Tifa. There's one. Tifa kicks out at the count of 1. Springboard corkscrew from Hina, but Tifa immediately takes her down. Spinning back heel kick. And now Lora with the baseball bat again, unable to do anything with it though, as Hina knocks it out of her hand. Low altitude roundhouse kick from Tifa, going for the pin. Lora back up to her feet. There's 1, there's 2. Lora breaks it up. And now just staring at each other over Hina's body. Hina with the Irish whip. Single arm drag. Takedown. Lora now with the tackle and the ground and pound. Not quite a Thez press. And now the pin. There's 1. There's 2, and Hina will not kick out.
Here is your winner, Lori!
And I think this is the match I was confusing Akihiko's and Shinjiro's with, because this is a steel cage, no escape, basically a UFC style match.
Steel cage match! Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, a cyborg, the Ninja!
And making his way to the ring, or I guess he's already in the ring, it is the cyborg ninja, Raiden. And his opponent, who else but Senator Stephen Armstrong.
From Colorado, weighing in at 500 pounds, the Senator Stephen Armstrong.
And yes, I think this is the match I was thinking about. This is the match where to win by submission or by KO. Because it's UFC rules. Armstrong with the neck breaker. Picking up Raiden into the kneeling position. Hammer punch to the back and now forcing him back up to his feet. Walking him over to the Western ropes. Punch to the chest, and again sending Raiden tumbling down. Rolling elbow connects. Again forcing him up into the table. And a hammer punch once again to the spine. Armstrong opening strong. Rolling elbow again connecting. And the strong style ground and pound kick to the gut. And looking for some more offense, but Raiden kicking him off. Heading to the corner, up top. Double leg drop kick. Punch sending Armstrong reeling. And a reverse DDT. There's an arm breaker. Picking up Armstrong, head scissor, elbows. Armstrong back up to his feet. But Raiden with the kicks to the thigh. And an arm drag, sending Senator Armstrong down. And again with the head scissor elbows. Raiden pulling on the arm. Forcing Armstrong back up to his feet. Looking for the springboard Pele kick. Raiden's favorite. Now sending Armstrong into the corner, but Armstrong getting out of the way with that reversal. Raiden with the Irish whip into the corkscrew sling blade, standing shooting star press. And a gut check DDT. And now Raiden with a stomp to the gut. Armstrong crawling back up to his feet. And an elbow getting himself out, looking to continue the offense. Raiden not letting him though, setting him to the south. And Raiden with the neck breaker. Heading up top. Looking for the corkscrew, but just not getting the launch that he needed. Heading middle rope this time. Looking for the crossbody, but Armstrong getting out of the way. Perhaps now he can resume the offense, yes. Picking up Raiden, tossing him up against the top rope. And a delayed suplex. Picking up Raiden, sending him down, drawing first blood. That is not the point of this match. Armstrong picking up Raiden, setting him up. Facebuster, but still no knockout quite yet. So instead, locking in the submission. But Raiden forcing his way out. Sending Armstrong into the corner. Uppercut. Forcing him away. Now springboard double leg dropkick connects. Raiden, top rope, frog splash. And looking for the standing shooting star, but again, Armstrong with the reversal. Corner splash. Into the lawn dart. And now the big boot. And a leg drop for good measure, but that's it. There's the knockout victory.
Here is your winner, the Senator, Armstrong.
And Raiden, another rather unfortunate loss. Really, he's really not having the season that he wants. And now for a tag team match. Introducing first, it is your women's cruiserweight champion, Kasumi Yoshizawa.
Introducing first, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the women's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Champion, the Phantom Violence.
And her tag team partner. This is a bit of an interesting team up.
And her partner from Tokyo, Japan, Kirijo.
It is Mitsuru Kirijo. And yeah, like I said, bit of an interesting team up, these two. Cruiserweight Championship rivals, but in the same corner tonight. It's not that they necessarily dislike each other. In fact, quite the opposite. They get along with each other quite well, but will that translate to good teamwork? And their opponents. It is your women's tag team champions.
Undisputed Impact, the tag team world champions, the Shield.
It is Pyra and Mithra, the double-edged blades. Here we go, Kasumi and Mithra the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell. Kasumi immediately looking to go to the ropes. And Mithra taking her down with a helicopter spin. A slap to the back of the head. And this is going to be very much an uphill battle for Kasumi and Mitsuru. It's Kasumi with the reversal, Mithra with the reversal right back. And Mithra tossing Kasumi into the corner, pulling her away, and tossing her to the outside. Looking for Pyra's favorite move. It is the baseball slide drop kick. And a hair toss into the elbow drop. And like I said, this is going to be an uphill battle for Kasumi and Mitsuru as they are facing off against the tag team champions while not being in tag teams themselves. Yes, Kasumi technically is representing the Diamonds, but that's just because she's a part of their faction and not because she's actually a part of the tag team. Same with same with Makoto Nijima as Mitsuru Kirijo's in the ring. Not a good first showing from Kasumi as Mithra tagging in Pyra. Mitsuru with an Irish whip sending Pyra into the corner. Now going after Mithra, probably not the brightest idea. Pyra with a double leg drop kick to the spine. And an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Double leg drop kick right to the shin. And an elbow drop. Pyra with a crossbody. And Mitsuru with a reversal stomp to the spine. And an ankle hold, just putting pressure on Pyra's lower limbs. Again, forcing her up to her feet. Uppercut to the chin. Pyra back up to her feet. And Mitsuru with a satellite DDT. Now a cloverleaf. Again, just trying to deal as much damage to Pyra as possible. And now tagging Kasumi back in. Kasumi with a wheelbarrow. Into the facebuster, now going for the pin. There is one. Pyra kicks out. Perhaps thinking that Mithra softened Pyra up, that Mitsuru softened Pyra up a little bit more. There's a springboard moonsault that somehow connects. Looking for the stomp. Pyra getting out of the way, but there's a Hurricane Rana that connects. And Mithra tagged in. I think Kasumi is going to try to tag in Mitsuru, but a little bit distracted by the tag, but a nice catch off the Irish Whip, attempting the kick. And now the triple elbows. And now sending Mithra for an Irish Whip of her own. But Mithra with the reversal right back. Springboard, both women missing. Kasumi waiting for the springboard, connecting with a double leg drop kick. And forcing Mithra back up to her feet. Irish Whip. Now Kasumi with a running corner bulldog and going for the pin against Mithra. There's one. Pyra's in the ring again. Only one count though. Kasumi. Top rope corkscrew arm drag. And forcing Mithra back up to her feet. Springboard. Leg drop. And now tagging in Mitsuru. A much better second showing. Mitsuru with a belly-to-belly suplex. Forcing Mithra back up to her feet. And a single shoulder suplex. Mithra to the outside. Climbing back in. As now Mitsuru. Knocking Pyra off the apron. Mithra taking exception to that. There's an elbow drop. And again. Mithra forcing Mitsuru back up to her feet and then tossing her back into the ring. Mithra following her in. There's the Irish Whip into the corner. Right hand. And a mudhole stomp. Now Mithra trying to choke out Mitsuru. And going for the cover. I'm surprised that Mithra didn't go for the pin. Or excuse me, it didn't go for the tag. Irish Whip into the corner. There's the tag. And the double kick. Mitsuru tagging in Kasumi. Kasumi looking for the wheelbarrow. Pyra diving or rolling underneath that. And Kasumi with a standing bulldog. Pyra to the outside. Kasumi with a springboard suicide senton. And hopping back in, not wanting to deal with any of the shenanigans of fighting along the outside. And again, way too focused on the woman on the apron instead of the woman in the ring. It's a little bit clear, it's a little bit obvious that Kasumi and Mitsuru are not quite used to facing tag team opponents, considering their strategy right now. But they are absolutely putting up one hell of a fight, especially against the champions. So even if they lose, I mean, this is still a match to be proud of. Kasumi kicking out at 1.9. Not quite the same energy as a 2.9 kick out. And the stunner from Kasumi going for the pin. Mithra, excuse me, is going to break that up. You have Mitsuru and Mithra. That is honestly extremely confusing for the tongue. And considering that I am very bad at actually speaking, and yeah, it's not a good combination. Kasumi tagging Mitsuru back in. Mitsuru with a grand uppercut, grand European uppercut. Now heading into the corner. Still not liking the look. But tossing Pyra into the corner, staring her down. I thought she was going to go for a feint moonsault, but nope. The Hangman. And tagging Kasumi back in. Kasumi, focus on the woman in front of you. There we go. Corkscrew shooting star press. There's one, there's two, and Kasumi Yoshizawa picking up the win against Pyra, and the upset. Mitsuru Kirijo, Kasumi Yoshizawa, two cruiserweight rivals coming out with a tag team victory. And our next matchup of the evening is a special guest referee match.
The following contest is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Hero.
Making their way to the ring, it is the ultimate programmer, Chihiro Fujisaki. And now for our competitors. Introducing first, it is the ultimate moral compass, Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
Weighing in at 146 pounds, Kiyotaka.
And his opponent, also representing the Ultimate Brotherhood,
Japan, weighing in
It is Mondo Owada. And yeah, this is just Chihiro refereeing a match, or officiating a match between Taka and Mondo. Because why not? Here we go, Taka and Mondo staring each other down. And Chihiro ringing the bell. Mondo walking Taka over to the corner as we have our special guest referee fairness meter in the top left corner of your screen. Mondo picking up Taka. And there's the pin after the alley-oop. There's only a 2 count though as Taka rolls out of the way. Mondo with a running clothesline stomp to the face. And now the kicks to the chest. And looking for the ground and pound. Stomp to the stomach. And again, stomping the wrist, going for a pin. There's one. And again, Taka kicks out. Mondo lining up the spear, knocking Taka to the outside. And Mondo looking for a crossbody splash, but missing. There's a face buster. Chihiro already up to a 4 count, telling both of their faction partners to get back into the ring. There's 6. Long 6 count, allowing Mondo to toss Taka back into the ring. Very fair, according to our fairness meter, our fairometer. Mondo to the top rope, telling Taka to get up to his feet, and a diving DDT. And looking for another cover. There's one. Taka kicks out at 1. Mondo walking Taka over to the corner, sending him face first. But Taka kicking out. Neckbreaker, now Taka going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Mondo kicking out. Chihiro thus far being extremely fair, and that's not surprising. And Taka going for another pin. There's 1. There's only 1. Rising knife edge chop. Taka sending Mondo into the corner. And a suplex into the corner. Stomp to the side of the head, and Taka has the momentum right now. Walking Mondo into the corner. And a jumping stomp to the jawline. Taka heading up top. diving elbow drop. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Mondo kicks out. Leg breaker. Taka springboard DDT. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Mondo kicks out. Taka looking for the signature, but Mondo with the reversal. And the military press slam. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Taka kicks out. Crossbody splash missed. Taka with the arm drag. Walking Mondo back into the ring. Very, very short excursion to the outside. Taka sending Mondo for a run. Trip. And using him as a balance beam. And now Taka going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Mondo does not kick out. Apparently that was a slow count, but nonetheless, Mondo could not kick out. And Kiyotaka Ishimaru somehow coming up top in the Battle of the Brotherhood. I mean, it was all fun and games, though. You shouldn't read too much into this match. Not like last year. And now for our mixed gender tag team match of the evening. Introducing first. If my watch isn't wrong, it's Reyn time.
Representing the Brainbusters from Stillwater, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Motor Raiden!
And his partner, representing the Mech Femmes, it is Sharla. And their opponents. Introducing first.
From the pits of hell, weighing in at 245 pounds,
It is the Zekeinator, Zeke Von Genbu. And his partner, it is his blade, Pandoria. Here goes Zeke and Reyn in the ring. Referee rings the bell. As Reyn immediately kicking Zeke in the chest. And a 180 powerbomb going for the immediate pin. Zeke kicking out before the 1 count. Zeke with a punch to the gut. Sending Reyn up top. And a top rope flapjack, but Reyn with an Enziguri reversal. And the dancing bowing leg drop. And now tagging in Sharla. Pandoria is also in the ring. As Sharla with a rolling back elbow. Stomps to the gut. And immediately tagging Reyn back in. Zeke sending Reyn tumbling to the outside. And just staring him down, not even going for the attack, instead taking in Pandoria. Pandoria with a wheelbarrow. Into a rolling facebuster and the pin. There's one. Sharla kicks out. Pandoria rolling Sharla around. Stomp to the stomach. Picking her up by her neck. Sending Sharla into the corner. And a kick right to the ankle. Running high kick. And for the only one not in a tag team, Pandoria is doing quite well. Perhaps it's because of her prince, who she just tagged in, being so close next to her. Bridging suplex from Reyn. Reyn walking Zeke into the corner, tossing him. And the corner uppercuts. Looking for another alley-oop. And Reyn with an elbow drop. Keeping it short though, tagging Sharla back in. Face plant. Pandy going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Sharla kicks out. Irish whip, diving underneath, jumping over. And the double foot stomp. Arm breaker, stomp to the face, Sharla back up to her feet, and a tackle. There's the pin attempt, but Pandoria kicks out before the referee could even start the count. Sharla just cranking on Pandoria's neck. But Pandoria fighting her way out. Right hand connects to the jaw and sending Sharla into the corner. Turning her around face first. And the spears to the gut. And Pandy with the alley-oop. Standing Metamora going for the pin, but Sharla kicks out at 2. Split leg drop from Pandy. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, and Sharla kicks out just before 3. And now the men back into the ring. Reyn with a jumping reverse RKO. And another dancing leg drop. And now Reyn going for the pin. There's 1. Pandoria kicks that up to kicks Reyn to break it up. Zeke with the reversal. Reyn with a diving clothesline. Zeke with another reversal. Hitting Reyn with a suplex. Not going for the pin, instead going for the tag. I don't quite get the strategy behind that. Sharla taking Pandoria down, looking for the armbar. But Pandoria fighting her way out. Sharla getting out of the way. Lining herself up. Sleeper hold. Locked in. Sharla taking Pandoria down, looking for the win via submission. Pandoria elbowing out. And now going for a pin. There's 1. There's 2, and Sharla kicks out. Now Pandoria middle rope. Flying axe handle punch. And again, just not going for the pin. Instead, tagging in Zeke. Reyn picking up Zeke. Back up to his feet. Picking him up. And a pile driver going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Zeke kicks out. Reyn lining himself up, looking for the spear, but Zeke getting his knee up. Shoulder tackle. And the free throw elbow drop. Reyn heading up top. Cross, body, splash. Zeke elbowing out though with that reversal. Sending Reyn for a run. Spears in the corner. And another alley-oop. And the women tag back in. Sharla with a crescent moon submission hold, but Pandoria fighting out. Sharla with a high kick, walking Pandoria into the corner. Turning her around face first into the turnbuckle. Looking for the knife edge chop of Pandoria with the block. Pandoria springboard moonsault. Over the shoulders. And Sharla with a backpack stunner. And the pin, there's one, there's only one. Pandoria with the Enziguri getting out. And saving herself with the tag. Zeke picking up Reyn. Powerbomb. And the pin. Sharla breaks it up. And Zeke tagging in Pandoria because, of course. And now Sharla going for a pin. There's one. Pandoria kicks out. And instead of pushing the attack, tagging in Reyn because why not? Again, why push your advantage when you can just tag in your partner and completely break up the flow of the action? 2K Sports, you guys have absolutely no logic whatsoever. You guys are so bad at your jobs. Zeke with a backbreaker, there's 6. Zeke with a kick to the chest. Somersault suplex, there's 7. They really need to be careful here. There's the count of 8. Zeke back in. There's 9. Come on, Reyn. Reyn, for some reason, deciding to walk. And Zeke and Pandoria picking up a win. Sure. I hate these countouts though. the AI really need to fucking learn to get back into the ring, but whatever. 2K Sports, fix your shit. You're not going to because that costs actual talent that you need to put in, but whatever. And for our first handicap match of the evening, introducing first, it is the Ultimate Soldier and your Women's Universal Champion, Mukuro Ikusaba.
The following contest is a handicap match. Introducing first, from Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion, Ultimate Soldier Mukuro.
And her opponents. That is a weird sentence to say, but technically is correct.
And their opponents, Diamond Mine.
Because it's on to Kamiki and Haru Ukumura, the Diamonds. And here we go, referee rings the bell. Mukuro immediately winning the grapple with a hip toss. And a knee right to the face. On avoiding the pickup, Mukuro, they punch right to the spine. Looking to send on for a pullback, but on with a reversal. Sending Mukuro into the corner. Pulling her away. And a hangman. Now tagging in Haru, and quick tags will be exactly what the Diamonds need. Haru with the clothesline, picking up Mukuro. And all that they need to do is just whittle down Mukuro as much as possible. Mukuro with the reversal, Haru grabbing her from behind. And a planted powerbomb. Look for the stomp. Mukuro getting out of the way, and a spear. Haru avoiding the kick. Mukuro, the reversal, and Haru again avoiding the kick. Hammerlock, backbreaker, and tagging it on. Not entirely sure that was the smartest decision, considering that Haru had a lot of momentum. But maybe she was just a little bit tired. Mukuro with the open palm strikes. Stomp to the wrist. Knee to the spine. Taking on back up to her feet. And tossing her back inside the ring. Mukuro climbing it. But a little bit too slow as On catches her. And sending Mukuro into the corner. And working on the arm. There's a suplex. And Haru tagged back in. Mukuro slowing down considerably. Haru lining up. Looking for the punch, but Mukuro seeing that coming from a mile away. And the finger breaker. And the power bomb. Mukuro going for the pin. There's one. Haru kicks out. Haru turning that around with a reversal. Picking up Mukuro. And looking to send her into the corner, but Mukuro with a reversal, running high knee. Punch to the back. And taking Haru down, armbar. But Haru easily gets out. Mukuro catching the kick. Walking Haru up north. And trying to continue the momentum as much as possible. Haru with the reversal though. And the chiropractor going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Mukuro kicks out. Haru sending Mukuro into the corner. But Mukuro again the reversal from the corner. Avoiding the grapple. Taking Haru down. And some more open palm strikes. And pulling on the arm. The high kick. Into the suplex, going for the pin. On's gonna break that up. Mukuro looking for the stomp, wasting a little bit too much time. And Haru with the delayed drop. Now tagging in Panther, tagging in On. On with a running elbow drop. And another elbow drop connects. Mukuro to the outside. Back to her feet and a tackle. Mukuro turning Panther around. Uppercut from the headlock. And Mukuro just making her way back into the ring. Spearing Haru off. And wasting a little bit too much time, but catching Panther, taking her to Suplex City. Will she have enough time? There's the pin. There's one. There's two. Panther kicks out. Haru's in the ring. Mukuro just had just enough time. And now, why are you wasting more time? Go on the offensive. There we go. There's a running tackle. And all she needs to do is prevent On from tagging out, and she should be fine. High ankle hold, looking for the submission. Leg lock. And Panther fights her way out. And now Mukuro with the F5. And the pin. There's one. There's two. There's nothing that Haru can do but watch as Mukuro picks up the handicap win.
Here is your winner, Ultimate Soldier
And wow, isn't it amazing that you can win when you go for the actual pin? Who would have saw that coming? I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Well, not actually that shocked. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, it is your men's Universal Champion, Jin.
The following is a handicap match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Acolytes from Pangea, weighing in at 225 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Universal Champion, Jin.
And his opponents. They are the Phantom Thieves of Heart, your men's tag team champions.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 315 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact, the tag team world champions, the Heart Foundation.
And Jin and Ryuji the first in the ring. Well, of course, Jin's in the ring because he's the only one, but Ryuji's in the ring. Picking up Jin. And a backbreaker. Forcing him back up to his feet. And a spinning discus punch sending the champion back down to his feet. And technically, this is a champion versus champion match if you think about it. I just realized that. Yeah, this is a champion versus champion match. Although champion versus champion and champion. Ryuji turning Jin around, and again. And again. What's his plan? I'm not sure, but a punch to the back of to the back. And a kick to the thigh. Not to the thigh, to the ankle. Excuse me. And now Ryuji going for the pin. There's one. Jin kicks out. Jin picking up Ryuji and throwing him into the LED screen. There's 4. As Jin tosses Ryuji back into the ring with one hand back in. And Ryuji being sent for a run, diving underneath. Over the top. And a knee to the face. Ryuji almost staying on his feet, but not quite. Jin with a hip attack. And heading up top. I don't think he has the distance. Never mind, he does. There's an elbow drop. And Jin's stomping on the hands, or stomping on the right hand. And the ground and pound. Jin just trying to prevent Ryuji from tagging out as much as possible. And the pin attempt. There's 1. There's 2. Ryuji kicks out. Cranking on the neck. And now Jin heading to the middle rope. Diving knee strike. And lining up the Superman punch. Ryuji getting out of the way of that stomp though and hitting the corkscrew spear. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, Jin kicks out. Irish whip into the corner. Turning Jin into the Tree of Woe. And Joker's essentially just like a glorified manager at this point, considering that I don't think Ryuji's even attempted to tag out once. Unless I missed it. Irish whip into the corner. Back elbows. Joker still just watching on, and there we go. Finally, Joker tagged in. Top rope springboard moonsault. Jin getting out of the way. But Joker with the enziguri. Jin with the reversal right back. Dragging Joker away from the ropes. And now lining up the stomp. Going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Joker kicks out. Sending Ryuji tumbling to the outside. Joker with a somersault double leg drop kick. lining up a spear to the back. Standing shooting star press attempted, but Jin getting his knees up. And now Joker with a Phantom clothesline on the outside. Jin the reversal. Do they know the count? I'm not sure. Jin with the reversal, there's 7. There's 8. Jin back into the ring, there's 9. Joker, come on, Joker! My god, the pathfinding. Joker. He thought he had more time, but didn't. You know, you could have entered ramp side. You could have entered the ring ramp side, but no, you didn't, because this game's pathfinding is that fucking broken. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on Jayromoda, and hope to see you on Friday as the 50th week celebration continues. As we continue down the road to Against the Odds. But until then, we are signing out from San Antonio, Texas. See ya.